Hi, I'm Veronica Vance. Coming up, we sample some Michigan craft beers at the Detroit Fall Beer Festival. We tour 3 beautiful downtown cathedrals, and then we have a blast at Dave & Buster's, so stay tuned.
Production funding for this program was made possible by the Detroit Metro Convention and Visitors Bureau, driving tourism growth in Metro Detroit since 1896. More information is available at visitdetroit.com.
Craft breweries are really taking over the state of Michigan, and they're really taking over the way people buy beer altogether. And what a better way to sample all the hundreds and hundreds of beers that are made out of Michigan every year than at the Detroit Fall Beer Festival, right here in Eastern Market.
This will be my 4th year.
Okay.
With 675 beers, how could you not find something you like? Days before, I check off the ones I want to try. If you like the IPAs, if you like the black IPAs or the Imperials, this is the way to do it. Check them off.
Where's that peanut butter one?
Yeah, peanut butter cocoa time. That was really good. That was at
Peanut butter, did you like that one too?
Railtown. Railtown.
I had the hot pepper one. Kind of spicy.
Oh yeah?
And
Gosh,
and-
all these are beers. That's crazy. Hot pepper, peanut butter, nuts.
We're at the historic Eastern Market here, one of the oldest farm markets in the country. There's tons of old brewing heritage in Detroit. Detroit has a ton of breweries right in downtown.
Right.
And it's just a good place. Everyone likes coming downtown. It's, there's a lot of stuff going on in downtown Detroit.
Now, isn't Michigan really making its mark throughout the country for having craft beers?
Yes, we're actually ranked 5th in the country as number of breweries in a state.
Okay.
So, and the other ones are all on the west side of the country.
How many breweries do you have here?
We have 83 breweries this year.
83. That's
And
a lot.
we require that all the breweries that participate in our events have to be members of the Brewers Guild.
Okay.
And it's all Michigan.
So what do? You get a token and you get so many tastings. I mean, how does it work? You
Yep.
can't possibly have 83
No.
samples of beer.
Well, that's 83 breweries.
83
There's
breweries, yeah.
700 beers.
Yeah.
So
Oh my goodness.
there's a lot to
Wow,
drink.
that's
Endless styles, but
Yeah.
your admission ticket gets you 15 sample tokens.
Okay.
And each token is good for 3 ounces of beer.
All right.
So you have a program that lists all the beers in it by brewery and by tent as they're laid out in the festival. The biggest class you can get is 6 ounces of beer. If you really like something, you can give 2 samples or 2 tokens and get like a double sample.
Well, I think I'm going to go around and check out some of these breweries.
You should. There are lots to choose from.
All right. Well, thank you so much.
Thanks for having us.
All right, folks, we're here today with poor Ethan. This poor man has been campaigning for Giants' rights in the workplace.
Giant rights. Oh yeah.
Giants' rights. He doesn't have access to giant-sized parking spots.
Does he have access to a giant-sized car?
He does have a giant-sized car, but he has nowhere to park it. Giant rights!
There you go.
Giant rights! Giant rights!
You came from Windsor.
We're from Windsor. We're from Canada. Having a blast. Yep, Windsor, Ontario, Canada.
So you came here just for this?
Just for this event. We brought, I think about 80 of us came over today. We shuttled an entire bus over, a whole group of us. This is a yearly event. We do this every year.
Yeah. And so do you go away with this, like kind of going back, knowing what beers you want to buy for the year?
I've got the magazine in my pocket. I've been marking off every beer that I've had today, keeping a tally of what I want to have next year, and I will keep coming back and trying new ones and the regulars that I love. If I'm going to recommend any of them, it would be the New Holland Brewery, the Dragon's Milk. That is my favorite from year 1.
Year 1, so you
Year
come
1.
back every year.
I will come back. That was my first one today, and that'll be my last one today.
This place exciting or what?
I love it. I'm just going to try to jump right in.
beer?
Because I'm getting
wanna
ready to
share?
jump in and go get some beer.
Is that going to be awkward for you?
What kind of beer
This
is
place
this?
is all about sharing. These people are great here. This is a good
What
time.
am I sampling here?
This is Gravity. It's a mix of 2 beers.
A mix. Okay.
Yeah, and he says it's a knockout.
Have you tasted it yet?
I did.
Oh, okay. What do you think?
It's good.
Cheers. All right,
Delightful.
where are you from?
I'm from Windsor. We're across the border.
Okay. Yeah.
So we got to come down to this place. So
Yeah.
we came, and I'm telling you, this place is awesome.
So now you're a beer festival.
Yeah, I'll be coming every year for sure.
Crazy the amount of choices that are here. There's so many. There's the Great Baraboo. There's the North Center. Where are you guys from?
Northville, Michigan, downtown, just south 8 Mile on Center Road.
Oh, all right. Well, let's see. What do you got? I like kind of fruity and lime.
Cherry Saison is fantastic. It's a French sour with a cherry mixed in. It's very tart. The finish is very nice. Not as sour as most Saisons should be. It's excellent.
Cherry Saison.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Cherry Saison's out.
Oh, I love it. Oh, it's nice.
We need beer money. Beer money.
The Fall Beer Festival has gotten so big that they have one of the giant sheds of Eastern Market that they've got lined with breweries as well. So you brought your baby to the Beer Fall Festival.
You know, I have so much fun here every year. I figure she should be a part of it. It gets better every year. Better beers, better companies. It's awesome to see everyone here.
Okay, so I'm in search of the PBS Stout. And PBS is for
Peanut butter!
peanut butter in beer.
Yes, ma'am.
So is peanut butter in the beer?
Yes.
Oh my gosh, I love it. And you're from Black Lotus. Where are you guys located?
Boston, Michigan.
Boston? You guys keep this on tap there?
Yes, we have it on tap.
PBS, I'm sold.
Peanut butter stop, baby!
Peanut butter, who would drink it worse? It's delicious. So if you didn't come prepared with your pretzel necklace, they've got a huge food tent selling all kinds of goodies. They got pork sliders, jambalaya, all kinds of great things that go with beer. And of course, they've got live music.
It's good. It's very good.
See? I can see.
Yeah.
It's very good.
So I waited in line to try the black jalapeno from Stone Brewery. You're out of Royal Oak, right? Yeah. And so jalapeno beer, is it really spicy? No. No? Just a little spice? Jalapeno beer. Who'd be thinking? Cheers. Oh, I taste the jalapeno. Oh, I like it. Oh, it does have a kick. Oh my. I'm gonna have another sip of that.
We have the Downriver Sunrise, which is the regular red.
Try the stout.
That one's called our Bedlam. We have Belgian yeast in
That's
it.
the Belgian
Okay.
wheat.
And
Here.
we add,
Put the Downriver Sunrise in that one.
okay. And we add the hibiscus flower to it. It gives it the tartness of a cranberry, but sweetness of a
Oh, I
cranberry.
like
And
it.
it's 7%, so it sneaks up on you.
Give her some of the Downriver red. We have to try a few different ones here.
Now try this one out. This one's a little lighter.
This
It's
is
your
this is
average
our base.
Irish
This is
ale.
our base red beer
Okay.
that we used to make the Lincoln Park 90.
Okay, this is the Sunrise.
Downriver
I'm
Sunrise.
sold on the name. Oh, that's nice.
All right.
So it's like a morning beer.
All right.
Kunin's. Kunin's is the best. Cheers. Well, I did refill.
Time to get more beer!
So cheers from the Detroit Beer Fall Festival, and it's another great event that happens every year right here in downtown. Have you ever wondered if some of those old churches around downtown are just as pretty on the inside as they are on the outside? Well, we've done the legwork for you as we're going to tour 3 Gothic churches that are right around Eastern Market, and they're all over 100 years old, and yes, they are beautiful. We're going to visit St. Joseph, St. Josephat, and Sweetest Heart of Mary. So come on, let's go inside. Well, Father, this is an absolutely beautiful church. Can you tell me a little bit about the history, like when was it built and some of the neat architectural points?
Well, the parish was started in 1855, but this is not the first church. This is the second church, which was built in 1872. And it is obviously in the Gothic style with a lot of German accents to it. The high altar was carved in Germany and then sent over here. And some of the stained glass windows were also made in Germany. And it is the last place in the state of Michigan where German Catholics can worship in German.
How much of this is original? A lot of it?
Pretty much everything is original here.
Yeah.
Obviously, we have electricity now, which they did not have in 1872, but we actually have the gas lights were converted to electric lights. So everything looks like it did, pretty much like it did in 1872.
There's tours that are offered, or what if you want it? What if you want
If you'd like to have a tour of the church, we don't do them individually, but if you have a group, you may call our main offices and we will book a tour for you. And we'll have a tour guide to lead you through the whole place and explain everything, and can be arranged.
St. Josephat and Sweetest Heart of Mary both are Polish descent.
Yes, well, all 3 of these parishes, you have to remember, they go back to a time when Detroit was all immigrants. So the Germans were in this section and the Polish were in this section.
What are some of the architectural details that I can look for when I head over to the other churches?
Each one of the churches has its own architectural style. So this is Victorian Gothic from the 1870s. Sweetest Heart of Mary is Victorian Gothic from the 1890s, a little bit different. And St. Josephat, built in 1900, is in a kind of a neo-Romanesque style with some Byzantine accents. So if you know anything about architecture, those are the places to go to see these real renditions of the era. So when you do visit Sweetest Heart of Mary, one of the features that's very interesting is the light bulbs, because you have to remember the light bulb had just been invented. So they went crazy putting light bulbs all over the arches and behind the altar. And you get to St. Josephat's, very interesting to see over there that over the high altar, they have a copy of the miraculous icon from Poland of Our Lady of Częstochowa, known as the Black Madonna.
Okay.
So that particular icon was taken to Częstochowa and touched against the miraculous icon that is kept in the monastery there, and then brought back and hung up there over the high altar. So it's a little bit of Poland right in Detroit.
So what are we standing in front of here?
Well, this is a very important altar in the church. It's the altar of St. Joseph, because this is the Church of St. Joseph. It's really quite noteworthy because it is a hand-carved, totally wooden altar. And many of the appointments in the church, the communion rail and the other altars, the pulpit, the confessionals, were all carved by a German immigrant who came to Detroit in the 1800s. There's a great deal of artwork throughout the entirety of the church.
Yeah.
It's really worth coming to see, just for the artwork and the history.
Yeah, exactly.
And not to mention the religious dimension.
Well, thank you so much for taking the time, and I'm off to tour the other churches.
Wonderful.
Now I'm inside of St. Josephat, and this is that beautiful church that I'm sure you've driven by a million times off of 75, just on the west side near downtown Eastern Market in Canfield. They've got 5 altars, and as Father Burkowski mentioned, they've got the Black Madonna at the front altar, and it's just gorgeous. There's artwork, the beautiful stained glass windows, the domes and the arches here are very reflective of the Victorian Romanesque architecture, and not to mention it just has a very Victorian feel to it comparative to the Gothic feel that we had at St. Joseph's. Isn't this main altar gorgeous? And there's so much ornate detail. I bet you can see something different every time you look at it. Well, I don't want to say that we saved the best for last, but what I will say is that the Sweetest Heart of Mary, this magnificent church, was hailed as one of Michigan's most beautiful Victorian buildings and as the largest and grandest Polish church in all of the United States. Well, here are the light bulbs that Father Bukowski was talking about. I think he said there's like 450 light bulbs up there. They're all exposed. And then you'll also see the chandeliers throughout here. They're Tiffany chandeliers outlined with the exposed light bulbs as well. Really a sign of the times of what was really happening at the forefront. And then, of course, you've got all this beautiful, beautiful hand-carved white wood back here. It's just mind-boggling. Well, we took you on a tour of 3 beautiful churches today, but something that we came across at the Sweetest Heart of Mary was this brochure, the Detroit Historic Churches Association, and it lists 21 beautiful historic churches that are all downtown. It maps them all out for you, so you can go pick this up and tour some of the beautiful Gothic churches we have downtown by yourself. There are plenty of things to see and do in Metro Detroit this month, and our calendar of events is up next to point you in the right direction. If you've got a special talent, audition for America's Got Talent. Then Sea Life Michigan welcomes characters from Octonauts. Max the Dog narrates the musical version of The Grinch, and The Greatest Show on Earth presents Legends. Enjoy horsing around at the Novi Equestrian Expo, then catch the hit musical Jersey Boys at the Fisher. Don't miss the tree lighting ceremony at Campus Martius Park or Fancy Nancy's Splendiferous Christmas at City Theater. Bundle up for the millions of wild lights at the Detroit Zoo, and the Festival of Trees sparkle in Dearborn for a good cause. The Big Bright Light Show kicks off with Lagniappe, and Woodward Ave gets ready for the Thanksgiving Day Parade. Mythbusters bring their mind-twisting science to the stage, and the comedy Get Down stars 5 members of comedy royalty. To learn of any changes, log on to visitdetroit.com or call 1-800-DETROIT. If you're looking for a place that's out of the ordinary to host your next function or even just to grab a bite to eat, then you really should check out Dave & Buster's in Utica. It's like family game night to the 100th degree. Well, so Chris, tell me a little bit about Dave & Buster's. Is it a restaurant? Is it a bar? A game? What is it?
Dave & Buster's, I mean, really is probably a family entertainment complex when you think about it. We're 56,000 square feet. We have 2 full-service bars. We have private rooms for special events. We have $1 million midway, games for all ages, kids and adults, billiard tables, hand shuffleboard tables, dining menu that goes from steaks to pastas to chicken dishes to appetizers.
Is this like one of the dining rooms then, or?
This is the main dining room. We call this our grand dining room. And then we have other areas throughout the building that can be rented out for private parties. And then we also have dining back in the midway.
So maybe we can come back and eat, but in the meantime, can we go tour the place?
Absolutely, let's go.
Okay. So what have we got going on here?
Right now, this is a private party. They're doing a special event. We do a lot of these. This is one of the things that I don't think a lot of people know about Dave & Buster's. We do a lot of private parties. They can book birthday parties, corporate events, you name it, wedding rehearsals, wedding dinners, the whole bit.
What a fun place to do it in, too. Okay, this is so neat for a kid's birthday party. I love this marquee.
This is our very special guest, Marcus. He's having his 10th birthday party here today with us.
How neat.
Where's Marcus?
He's the birthday boy. What a fun place to have a birthday party. Cool. So how many people does this room hold?
This room will hold about 50 guests.
What a good, nice, intimate room, close to the games.
You still have your private buffet service. You have your own sound system and TV system.
Okay, now what's this grandiose entrance, the showroom?
This is what we call our showroom. It's a private area with its own bar, hand-carved wood.
Oh my God,
and
it's gorgeous.
this room will hold up to about 150 guests.
150, and you've got, what is that, a stage up there?
We have a stage. There is a large theater screen there as well. They can do business presentations in here. You can have DJs come in. Productions, we do mystery dinner theater here as well.
The Midway. This is where all the action's taking place, right?
This is our $1 million Midway.
Wow.
Absolutely. This makes up roughly 1/3 of our building. There's games for everybody back here. There's games for small children. There's games for older kids. There's games for serious gamers as well.
And so for the corporate meetings that you were talking about, those adults, they're coming back here. I'm sure they're having a blast too.
They're coming back here. They're playing games like Daytona, NASCAR. They're doing their team building events.
So there's not just gaming. We got a bar.
Full service bar back here. We got the TVs. Menu's the same throughout the building.
Okay.
And then you have all your games back here as well.
So how many different games do
we have? Over 200 different games.
Oh wow, that's a lot. All right, here we go.
500.
Oh. Well, that worked up quite an appetite, and my thirsty, so we go grab a bite?
Let's go up to the Viewpoint Bar, get something to eat, and a nice cold beverage up top.
Sounds good.
All right.
So next to the gorgeous bar, you've got more gaming.
First class billiard tables. We have 12 first class billiard tables in the restaurant, along with 1 snooker table as well.
Well, you forget you even have all that gaming going on when you sit here. It's like you're in a nice upscale restaurant.
It's a totally different atmosphere.
Gorgeous
Absolutely.
out here. Now we've got, these are some of your signature dishes here, right?
These are some of our most popular items. We have our teriyaki sirloin. We also have our bar wing combo, mini cheeseburgers on Hawaiian rolls with our buffalo wings and fries, and then our barbecue chicken and ribs.
So you dip it in a little bit of the sauce here. Ooh, that's very good. Wow. Food is just as good as the atmosphere. Kind of a twist on the loaded baked potato, loaded mashed potato. Yummy, I love the green onions on top. Very good. Those are tasty. This is a Hawaiian roll?
Hawaiian roll.
So we've got here, these are your signature wings?
Signature wings.
Oh, nice kick to the sauce.
Chicken and ribs. Can't go wrong.
Let's see. That's good too. Cheers.
Cheers.
Perfectly good. Not too dry. They're good. Very good. Perfect. Oh, well, you fed me well, Chris, but I'm going to take some of this energy, go back out on the Midway and check out some of the games.
That sounds fantastic.
All right. Well, thank you so much for showing me around.
Thank you.
Had a
Enjoy
great
having
time.
you.
All right. I'm heading out back to the Midway. Wish me luck for 2 points. Here we go. Woo! We've got 2 sisters here competing against each other. They're in a dance-off competition. If you'll notice here, Dad's in the machine and son is outside watching Dad have fun. You won! All right, congratulations! Woo! And when you're finished playing, you come over to the winner's circle to redeem your tickets. You trade it in for a prize, and it's actually like a full-fledged store inside. They've got prizes for young kids all the way on up to adult prizes. From food to drinks to games to family fun, Dave & Buster's in Utica has adrenaline-pumping action and fun for everyone. And we're off! Well, that's our show. Thanks for watching. I'm Veronica Vance. And remember, if you would like more information on any of the places we visited, log on to visitdetroit.com. So until I see you next time, go and explore on your own and discover the D. To learn about discounts and special offers for featured attractions, plus how to get copies of Visit Detroit magazine, click on visitdetroit.com.
Production funding for this program was made possible by the Detroit Metro Convention and Visitors Bureau, driving tourism growth in Metro Detroit since 1896. More information is available at visitdetroit.com.